What's going on, everybody? This is Captain Obvious. You guys are the 11 crew, and here's another 10 things that I would love added to vanilla Minecraft to make it great again. Alright guys, the first up is the Inferno enchantment. Basically, it's an enchantment to flint and steel that you can only find in Nether Fortress chests. Okay, the enchantment would make the flames of the flint and steel rise 2 blocks tall, which I think would be pretty cool for decorations. And the flames would be crimson, obviously, because it's found in the nether, so it would be like a nether flame. And it would burn blocks 8 times faster and also burn underwater. Okay, obviously the infernal flames, they burn underwater. I originally was going to say, let's give it 2x fire damage to the player. And the fire damage would last for about 20 seconds. But honestly, I think that's too OP. So I think just having the taller flames, the underwater burning, and the 8x burn speed, I think that, 8x burn speed, I think that would be, pretty cool. Because I don't want to make it an OP PvP tool. I just want it to be more for, like the background and stuff like that, to make things look cooler. Number 2, a new mob. Okay, the new mob would be called the Sludge. Basically, it's just a drowned slime. So they can only spawn in swamps, but they can also spawn during the daytime. It doesn't have to be a full moon. It doesn't have to be night. They can spawn during the day. They would be a little smaller, so they wouldn't be like the huge ones. They would be either like the small or the mediums, or just both of those. Obviously, the mediums, when you break them, they would spawn into little baby sludges. But they would drop new sludge slime, which can be crafted into blocks that players can pass through, but water cannot. So you can have sludge blocks. I believe that would be the first block that we can fully walk through without the use of glitches. So I don't mean like, you have fence gates that you can open, obviously doors. I'm talking about actual blocks. Like there are certain glitches where you can walk through glass and things like that. But I think this would be the first actual block that you can walk through. Think of it like, did you ever see like in the 70s or 60s maybe it was, where people had like those beads hanging from their doors? There's still people that have them to this day, but I know they were super popular back then. Think of it like that, only instead of beads, it would just be like sludge, and it would be more of a dark green block as opposed to the slime blocks, which are kind of on the lightish end of the green spectrum. I think that'd be kind of cool. Number 3, similar to chorus fruit and golden apples, cookies should be able to be eaten when hunger bars are full. I think that would be really, really cool, because what it could do is it could give you the speed effect that lasts for a few minutes, but then that is immediately going to be followed up by the slow effect. So similar to coming down from a sugar high. If you have kids, you know exactly what I'm talking about. The slow effect would last for, let's say, 20 seconds or so. But that would give cookies more versatility. It would give us more of a reason to actually craft them. Because the way it is now, people only generally craft the foods that they know give you the best saturation. Such as cooked beef. Right? That's one of the better ones. Or golden apples and things, or golden carrots. Things like that. So cookies would have more versatility. You guys know I love doing more with the blocks we already have. This is actually the next one, number 4, comes from C3PO. Link to her channel will be in the description. She kind of added on to what I said about the giant flowers, and she said, why not just have a giant biome where everything that spawns is bigger? Love that idea. Absolutely love that idea. So, like I said, this is an add-on to my giant flower idea, but this one takes into account the mobs. I'd even say bigger ore veins. So every ore vein found is multiplied by 2 or 3. So if you find, wow, think about if you find coal. You know how many blocks coal you would find. It would be that much bigger. You could fill up your inventory with coal. I know it sounds a little OP. Maybe they won't have coal ore there, but like iron ore, or if you dig all the way down to the bottom, diamond ore, gold, redstone, lapis. I think it would be much bigger veins because it's a bigger biome. I think that's kind of cool. But here's the deal. The bigger mobs would keep their current health. So they would just appear larger in size, but they wouldn't actually be stronger unless you want to make that area where like the mini mobs are that I was talking about in one of the episodes. But I think having them keep their current health would be fine. But they would drop double the drops. So if you happen to get lucky and you have a looting sword on, and you, let's say they would normally drop 3 bones or something. Now they'll drop 6. But same thing for zombies and things like that. So that or creepers, 6 gunpowder. That'd be kind of cool. Number 5 comes to us from Extra Life Gaming. Again, link will be in the description. They said we should be allowed to make zombies or pets, but we have to feed them or else they would turn on us. So that adds to what I was saying about having pet zombies. This one's kind of unique. I like that. The limit would be 3 zombies, okay, in a small horde. So you can actually walk around with a small horde that could be tamed using raw animal meat. Has to be raw meat. And the tamed zombies, they wouldn't attack villagers, they wouldn't attack players or pets, of course, but they would attack any other hostile mob that's in range of the player. So I think that would be kind of cool. Now, the zombies would need to be fed once a day or else they would turn back into aggressive zombies. However, you should be allowed to drop the meat on the floor. That way you don't have to hand it to them and they would be able to feed. So that way you can have like auto feeders. You could set it on a daylight sensor, right, where it drops a couple of pieces of meat a day depending on how many the zombies you have, 1, 2, or 3. I think that would be kind of cool. And obviously there would need to be some kind of indication as to when a zombie is your pet and when it's not. So maybe you'd be able to give it armor. Like maybe you can give it diamond armor or give it gold, whatever. Just an indication. And then when they turn back, that would fall off. So maybe keep them in a little pen where there's hoppers, things like that. I don't know. Just an idea. I think it's really cool though from Extra Life. So thank you for that. Number 6. Mushroom and beetroot stew should be allowed to have a potion effect added. Again, this is kind of another addition to what I was talking about with the cauldrons. Okay, so this is going to go together with that. But you should be able to mix a stew with any potion you want in a cauldron and then get the benefits of both. But have it in one inventory slot. Because as we know, stews nor potions are stackable. So this is a way to save space and also make people want to craft stews. Same as the cookies, it really, they're not stackable, so carrying a lot of them is kind of pointless when you can carry, a full stack 64 of meat or apples or golden apples, golden carrots. So it would give us a reason to craft them, and you can put them in one thing, and it would just be called stew with potion or some other more creative name than that. But I think that'd be kind of cool. Number 7, multiple flowers should be able to be placed on the same block, also in a pot. We have that ability now, okay? We have the sea pickles, we have the turtle eggs, where you can put multiples, I think up to 4, right, in one little block. So I think we should be able to do that now with flowers. Obviously, the flowers would have to condense a little bit, but that really shouldn't be that hard to do. I think it would help greatly with decorations. And I think that they should add a way to pick them up together once they're placed. So you can give them to villagers like a bouquet. It would be a new item, the bouquet. And you can give them to villagers and get better trades. That'd be kind of cool. Maybe there's like a little lore behind. I don't know. This is kind of going far out, but maybe there's like a little lore behind the villager, or like you can find out what flowers certain villagers like, and then you can craft it into a specific bouquet. Kind of like how we have a ton of different tropical fish, and then you can, get the favorite flowers, give it to that villager, and the prices will be reduced greatly. I don't know, something fun to have. Again, it's just another element in the game. Maybe it's too OP, maybe it's stupid. I don't know. You guys let me know in the comments. Number 8, banner blocks. Now, basically, what I mean by that is they're just wool blocks that we can customize with patterns, same as we can with banners. Okay, it would just have that pattern on all the sides. Now, carpets are great, don't get me wrong, but this would allow for some really cool designs, smaller designs, much more unique designs, definitely a lot more customizable. Because with carpet, let's say you want to do like a face or something, you'd have to have a pretty big area. And a lot of times, if you're inside a house, you don't always have a perfect square. You have, couches that you have inside houses and different furniture that people have. So if you're able to craft banners and actually put patterns onto one block, I think that'd be kind of cool. Plus, Okay, it's also good for walls and for pixel art. It wouldn't just be used for flooring. It would be great on walls, great on pixel art. So it would give us a lot of versatility with designing. But I think banner blocks are the way to go. Number 9, water buckets should keep the color of the water it picks up. I've wanted this for a really, really long time. The swamp water is really cool in a lot of places. And let's say you want to have a little lake or something in your base, or a little stream or a little waterfall. You know, sometimes you don't want that perfect water. Sometimes you want it to look a little mucky and put down, you know, be able to put down the lily pads. And now that we have turtles, you know, it would just go a lot better. But I also think the same goes for the grass blocks. Okay, it would give us a much better way to make customized biomes within the biomes that we are. But also, if you're picking up grass block that was, let's say, in like next to a desert where it's like a little more of a lighter green, you should be allowed to, once you pick them up, keep it in that form. You know, I think that's been needed for a really long time. So you'd have to, I guess, call the grass blocks by their biome name. It wouldn't just be grass anymore. It'd be like, you know, whatever they're called. I always forget the biomes. I'm not gonna embarrass myself and say it, but whatever it is, they would have to call it that. So like water would be swamp water, you know, whatever. It would add a lot more slots to the game, but I think it's needed. I think it's kind of cool. And the last one, I've actually wanted this one for a while as well, the conveyor block. Okay, we have observers with the little arrows on them, so it would look just like that pretty much, and whichever way the arrow went, there's a little conveyor belt on top of the block that moves in the direction of the arrow. And you can only have it facing, you know, right, left, right or left. That's basically it. And then obviously, depending on the way you position it, you can have it like north, south, east, west. But it doesn't go vertical, it doesn't go up, and it doesn't go down. Okay, so it would only be a flat block, and you'd have to place some kind of power source underneath it, whether it be a torch, whether it be a lever. So it has to be powered from underneath. But I think it would be a great feature for us redstoners. We can add things like pistons and timing circuits to them, so that way you can have separators. You could separate animals, you could separate mobs. You know, those separators would lead to other belts and lead them into different areas, all without having to use messy water and ice setups. I know a lot of people love using the water, but think about it. If something breaks or something goes wrong, you have to get in there. Sometimes you accidentally break the wrong block, the water spills out everywhere, and boom, you have to redo all your redstone. So I think having it where it's just a redstone block itself would be cool. Plus, it'd be great for farms, you know? Anyway, guys, that is all I got today. Let me know what you think. Give me some ideas down in the comments. Let me know what you thought of the ones I said. And that's going to do it for me. Until next time, Captain Av is out. Peace.